Airbnb, the most or one of the most important IPOs in 2020. It's just confirmed that they will do their IPO in 2020, and all you need to know about it, and also why it's maybe a totally different thing than Uber or WeWork here in this vlog.
Wolf of Dubai.
So welcome here on Wolf of Dubai, the channel that making you the better investor. We are the fastest growing stock investing channel from this region to the world. So every day I'm posting a stock market or stock analysis or other breaking news from the market every single day here in this vlog. So make sure to smash that subscribe button and also the like button if you like the video. So make sure to stay tuned because we are talking about one of the most known disruptor besides WeWork, Uber, and the other candidates in this direction. Now, Airbnb actually started around the same time as Uber, and if you want to have the full story, I recommend this book, which is Upstarters, which talk about the whole story, the founders, and also the whole regulatory story about Uber and Airbnb, and super interesting. So if you read books, which you should, make sure to grab this one. So let's dive into it. Airbnb is revolutionizing the hotel business. They are actually renting free space. They're actually having a platform. So landlords can rent their free space to travelers or business travelers or just tourists into other cities. And on the other side, the tourists and travelers have a different alternative to the hotel. Now on the landlord side, obviously it's the monetization of free space, and on the other side it's the more convenient or cheaper alternative to the hotel room, which is maybe more personal because you can also rent a partially home, so the owner maybe stays in another room and so on. So it's quite interesting connection and community building, and this is the vision of Airbnb, to have this sharing economy and to build communities. Now, I did some digging. And I found a couple of interviews, things to read. I studied a lot about this company to see what is very, very important to look for when the financials will come out before the IPO, and if this is an investable stock. So most importantly, the CEO, Brian, who's also the founder, is saying that all in all, over the last couple of years, Airbnb got $3.2 billion investment, and they actually today have more in the bank than this investment overall, all summed up, which is very, very positive, but later on to the conclusion. So the second thing is that the valuation, which was surprisingly to me, was is somewhere between $35 and $38 billion. So way less than the other companies, like WeWork was around 47, Uber was around 80. So you can see that the valuation of Airbnb is also not that big. And the third point is that they actually handling more payments on daily basis than PayPal. And this blow really my mind, because seeing this much money going through the system and partially staying with Airbnb as fees, I also saw the opportunity of the currencies. For example, if you are in London and booking an Airbnb, then you are paying in British pound. And if you are in Germany, you pay in euros. And when you are in US, you're paying in US dollars. So they are getting also their let's say an additional slice for currencies conversion. For sure they have good rates that they can make a profit there as well. And with the, let's say, growing number of hosts that lived and started to accept Airbnb, it's something very, very modern and interesting thing to do to monetize your free space, and it's got more and more accepted by the community as well. So all in all, I see a very, very interesting company, and little bit closer to the IPO, actually all the companies are giving the public this chance to look through the financials. So let's say a month before or 2 months before, they actually sent out to news agencies and to the public and issue on their website the financials, quarter results, and so on. So then you can really dive into the numbers. But it seems from the statement of Brian that he is actually either the company's cash flow positive, which is a very, very positive thing, or they are even profitable. So I'm very, very interested into seeing these numbers. And on the other side, I see also that what I really like about companies when I'm investing in, if the CEO and founders are still on board, and Brian Chesky is still on board and still the CEO, still driving the vision. And I believe this founders staying from the beginning and seeing this development have really, really good influence into the company. Sometimes, not always, but you can see this in Apple with Steve Jobs. You can see Richard Branson in Virgin and so on. So you can see that it's sometimes very, very profitable for the company to still have the founders and CEOs on board from the very beginning to drive the company where they see the vision. Because on the one side, these guys don't have anymore this monetary or only monetary vision for the company, and they plan 10, 20, 15 years ahead, which other CEOs that just getting into the position maybe just plan for 2 or 3 years and just trying to get the stock price higher to get their premium or their bonuses. So that's why I like that. And third point, which I believe the monster valuation is not there. So not like, unless like Uber or WeWork, there's not like 100 billion, 50 billion, 80 billion valuation already on this thing, but maybe a reasonable valuation of 38 or 35 billion dollars, depending on their turnover and profits. We can have a much clearer picture when the financials are there. But all in all, it's a quite interesting thing. Usually I don't say that IPOs are something what is interested for me, but this one could be interesting. So stay tuned, subscribe, thumb up. Thank you. See you tomorrow, because I'm vlogging every single day.